through the facilities of the Blues Sports Network. Your Quad City Blues are on the air. Good evening, everybody, from Ames, Iowa. This is Greg Corcoran along with my partner, Rich Blunk. In about 4 minutes, we'll be getting ready for the introductions for the varsity game up here like they do in several rinks. They play the varsity game first. So tonight we'll start with that, and we'll have the JV game to follow. These guys, Rich, are actually going to have to work pretty hard. I'm talking about the Cyclones, because they've already played one game this weekend. They both of their teams played last night. Played Waterloo, and junior varsity lost 4-0. I think the varsity lost 6-2 or 6-3. So
sure. Hopefully
by tomorrow afternoon, they're going to be having a hard time finding their way to the bench. So, what do you look for in the first period of tonight's game?
Well, hopefully we're going to see your Quad City Blues come out firing, amped up, but also defensively responsible. We know what those first-minute goals look like, and they're not our favorite. On your screen there, you can see Dino put up the records, and that's a bit misleading. Two of our wins, Greg was mentioning, were against Fremont, while the Cyclones have not played Fremont and instead played Omaha. So that definitely will even out those numbers just a bit.
Yeah, if you have a choice, you definitely would rather play Fremont than Omaha. Omaha's really got a good team this year at both levels.
Right.
So, actually, we can update that record for Ames, because they did play last night and they dropped to 1-11. And so for the Blues, we've been told that Riley Steeritt is going to be the goaltender to start the varsity game, and Bradley Strotman will be in the net for the Ames Cyclones. This will be the last, the second to last road trip before Christmas. We Blues will be going to Omaha next week, and that'll be our last games until the second week in January. So quite a bit of games in a short period of time. So it's really important that both the varsity and junior varsity give it their best shots tonight, because next week's going to be really tough. Not to say we can't pull off a win or even two, but
you need to bank the points that you can when you have those opportunities. And we're not saying that Ames is by any means some sort of walkover. It's probably about a coin flip in terms of what we're looking at, comparative records and stats. But Omaha is a tougher task, at least on paper. But they don't play the games on paper, do they? They play them on ice.
They do not, and it's more slippery. We were hoping today, at least I was hoping, that our good friends in Dubuque would do us a favor and maybe give some problems to the Lincoln Junior Stars, because both of their teams are in contention for playoffs, and those are teams that the Blues are going to have to pass, and so a Dubuque win would have helped us. Unfortunately, they each lost by one goal. The Stars came out, and I think they won the varsity game 3-2, and the JV game was 2-1, or vice versa. But in any case, both Dubuque teams suffered one-goal losses today, so that puts them really quite far down for both of their teams in the standings. They're going to have a really tough time now making up enough points to get into playoff contention.
Sure.
But we'll see enough of Dubuque over January and February. We'll have 4 games against them, so we'll get to know more about them as we get a little bit later into the season.
And Waterloo, and 3 more against Cedar Rapids.
That's right.
And then Ames does come to the River's Edge. I don't know when the date is. I think that was at one of the February games. Ames comes to play, and I think that's most of the remaining schedule other than the Des Moines Capitals. So,
well, it's like we mentioned last week, it's a kind of a fortunate thing that we've gotten a lot of our long trips out of the way. So our players, the buses, and the parents won't be having to drive through blizzards. At least the chances are greatly reduced once we get into January. We don't have that much travel.
Correct.
And the away games we do have are relatively close, like Dubuque and Cedar Rapids. So
So as they pick up the pucks, I do want to mention just one thing. You'll notice on the screen in front of you, there's that all the way around the Ames Rink. They've got the white netting, which is not much of a problem when you're here. For those viewing over the accesses of BSN, you can see the ice very nicely, but the clock is quite difficult. That's a 17, and I know it's a 17, but we will do our best to be calling out the scores, or sorry, not scores, the time for penalties as well as on the clock, because we know that that's not easy to see.
Should we get our birthday greetings out of the way?
Oh, sure.
Today, I assume it's his 18th birthday, although I'm not sure, but number 5, Dylan Cutcomp, is celebrating a birthday today, and I know he is a senior, so I'm assuming that he's either a young senior, and he would be 17 today, or more likely he's turning 18 today.
Well,
but in either case,
happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Dylan, and let's wish him the best for a good game
for sure
this evening, and hope the boys can give him a nice present in the form of a victory over the Cyclones tonight.
Absolutely.
We're just getting ready for the introductions of the players.
Boys are picking up their the pucks. There's Dylan Cutcomp standing there. He was supervising. Now he's skating away. There he is. Yeah, let's go. Birthday. All right. Just about time for lineups. Then we'll have the anthem, and then we'll go. We're running a little late. We were supposed to start at 6:45. We're 20 minutes late. Yeah. This is a late game anyway. So
this is very similar to what we experienced on Wednesday in Cedar Rapids. We started at about 6:25. The puck drop was about 25 minutes late, and by the time all is said and done here, it'll be about the same.
Correct. We don't have to.
But
drive home,
there's
though.
nothing else scheduled here except these 2 hockey games, so we'll be here as long as it takes.
Amen.
Camden Doherty will be starting in forward position for the Blues. Dylan Cutcomp on his birthday will be starting. And Jack James. Charlie Eaton and Austin Hutton will be your back line. And Riley Steer at number 72 will be in goal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've concluded with the playing of the national anthem, and they will be dropping the puck in the next minute or so, and we will be underway with tonight's varsity game.
Of note, there were two of our referees with the last name, I'm assuming brothers, but who knows. Also on Grafton Linder and Griffin Linder starting for Ames Varsity. Going to assume some brothers there. And we've got the starting lineup for your Quad City Blues is all other than Riley Sterrett starting in goal, who's a junior, is the all-senior line starting tonight.
Every time I see a team starting two brothers on the forward line, I'm reminded of the Hanson brothers.
Yeah, that's right. There were three of them.
There were three of them.
And they were entertaining. Very, very entertaining. I know some Hanson brothers. Only two of them play hockey, and they were never on the same team together, but they are entertaining. The ones I know as well.
All right, here we go. Puck is dropped, comes to Charlie Eaton. Carries it into the offensive zone, into the corner. Sends it around to the to the near boards to Hutton. Hutton sends it back. Gets by Cutcomp. Back to Eaton. Now here we got Jack James coming up the middle looking for a pass. They weren't able to get it to him, and the puck is cleared out of the zone. And it's picked up by Hutton, who dumps it right back in, and the Blues are going for a quick change. And here come the Cyclones out of their zones, dumped in by number 21. That's one of the Linder brothers. Now Gannon is back. Oh, we lose it. Oh, he lost control of the puck, and Sterrett alertly steered the puck to the corner and got it out of harm's way. Now here's a pass ahead up to Giesick. Giesick along the boards. Now it's taken over in there by the Cyclones. They send it all the way down, and that's going to go far enough for an icing. And with just over a minute play, we've got our first icing of the game.
Yep, that's a 15:58 for those of you who can't read through the mesh. Of note, this is the first year the Ames high school hockey team will be called the Cyclones, as they dropped the Little moniker. So if you see that out there, that's old news.
Here's a man coming out in front. There's Beckwith. Beckwith had a shot at it. He wasn't able to get it past Strootman. Good opportunity there as that puck kind of squirted out from behind the net, and Blue Beckwith, who's playing center on this line, had an opportunity. He's playing with Wofford on the left wing and Giesick on the right wing. Now the puck comes to Wofford. His backhander is knocked down by the defense and tipped to the corner. Beckwith battling for it in there behind the net. Now Wofford's going to get to it first. He centers it right. It goes right past the stick of Giesick and sent all the way down, and it's picked up behind the net by Gannon. Out along the boards to Giesick. That's Nienhaus going to play it. Sends it over to his defense partner. There's a pass along the far boards. Player's bumped. Now a pass sent out by Wofford. Picked off at center ice and dumped back in. Sterrett pushes it to the corner. Now Beckwith behind his net. Now he loses the puck. An attempted centering pass is picked off by the Blues, and the Blues are going to send it in. And a couple of guys are going for change. Giesick stays on and chases it into the corner. Hurd sends it in from the right point. Here's a pass in front. Attempted centering pass by Liam Quinn. And it was actually intercepted by Strootman, the goaltender, who stopped the puck and covered it. And we'll have a face-off to his right.
I'm going to try and keep – there's no shot totals on the board around here, so I'm going to try and keep shots on a little piece of paper. We'll see how close I get.
All right. The face-off is won by the Cyclones. They come into the zone. Dumped into the corner. That's going to be DeYoung battling for it. Now here's a man going to get a chance in front, but it's intercepted in there by Jace Johnson. He puts it off the board to himself, and he gets to it. He's going to get a shot away, and he does.
Ooh.
But he fires that one high and over the top of the net. And it goes over to the near boards now. Back to Johnson, back to Hurd. He's unable to get a hold of it. The puck comes back. Number 15 is Zach Wilson. He gets to it first, puts it around the boards, but the Blues are going to pick it up, and that's Isaiah Conrad gets it over to Hutton. And the Blues look to come out of their zone. Conrad sends it out. That's not going to go far enough for icing. The Cyclones are going to have to go back and pick it up. That's number 22 that plays it. Hutton sends it in over the net, the far corner. Blues in the midst of a line change now, and the Cyclones come out. Here's a man at center ice. Number 5 had a good break there, but couldn't quite control the puck as he started his rush into the zone, and Eaton gets there first. He's bumped off the puck, goes heavily into the boards, but he's okay. Now puck is intercepted along the near boards. Back to Eaton. Now the puck is cleared out to center ice. Number 6 is going to pick it up. Sends a pass over to number 21. That's Grafton Linder. Back to Nienhuis at the point. He sends a long shot right on goal. Pad save. And Strootman is able to gather it up. And he'll hold for a face-off.
Definitely feels like the feeling out portion of the game is underway. Just over 4 minutes in. Not a lot of great chances either side. Just kind of, getting their skating legs under them, both teams.
Through the first 5 minutes, it does look like the teams are fairly similar in abilities and talent, so we should have a couple of close games this weekend.
Yeah.
Now the puck is back at center ice, comes over to Nienhuis. He sends it back, and it's sent in, deflected off the stick of Beckwith. Eaton tries to get it in, but knocked back to center ice where it's picked up by Gannon. Now Nienhuis back to Gannon. His pass is picked off by Giesek. Tries to tip it into the zone. Now it comes to Beckwith. Beckwith goes into the near corner looking for a centering pass. Now he sends it back to Gannon. Gannon puts it into the corner where number 14 picks it up. Beckwith once again. I guess I should qualify that. They have a Beckwith also. But this is Blue Beckwith for the Blues. Mason Beckwith plays for the Cyclones. Here's Pat Herrod. Sends it into the zone. It's stopped just short of the circle. And Chase DeYoung goes back, sends it over to his defense partner. Now here's a pass off the boards, misses its mark, trying to find Hurd. Now puck is deflected. This is Quinn going to get to it first. He centers it in front, Woo! And that puck went off Isaiah Conrad's skate and just missed the far corner of the net. Now here's number 19. That's Collette. Comes out of the zone. Steeritt tries to play it behind his net. Comes free. That pass is intercepted along the half wall by number 26. Back at the high slot. There's a long shot. Hit a defenseman's leg and bounced to the near side half boards. Pretty even pressure here as they fight along the near boards. Mm-hmm. And it's dumped back into the corner, and that's going to be Chase DeYoung's going to get to it first. He's got to contend with two Cyclones over there, and now the puck comes clear to Johnson. Or that's Conrad, rather. Conrad finds Johnson. He makes a nice move. There's a shot. His backhander just misses the post.
Nice move, though.
Good pass from Conrad to Johnson, and Johnson made a nice move, but the goaltender had that one pretty well covered. Now the Cyclones look to bring it out of their zone. Sends it all the way to center ice. That's going to miss the crease, and that's going to result in an icing against the Cyclones. With 10:26 to play in the first period, we have no score.
All right. Top line back on the ice. All your starters out there, all 5 starters out there. And we're going to have a conversation with Coach Dobbs. 2 zebras, not 3. Doesn't count. Doesn't count, only 2.
Nope.
That's a pair of zebras. A pair. Like pants. There's some question as to what I called them. Just zebras.
All right.
Nope.
Cam Doherty is going to skate into the circle to take the draw here.
There's a conversation with the Cyclone coach. I don't know what any of these conversations are about.
Nope.
I can make it up. probably wouldn't be accurate.
This line of James, Cutcomp, and Doherty has been very good the last couple of weekends.
Oh, yeah.
They're starting to put some points on the board, and big part in that victory the other night with Doherty scoring the winning goal against Cedar Rapids with about 8 minutes to play. Now, here's a puck stop. Now, here's a man going to get a breakaway. He gets to the net, and nice defensive work by Hutton.
Really good Hutton.
And he made life just miserable enough for Griffin Linder that he wasn't able to get a really good shot on goal. And Steeritt came out and was able to knock the puck off his stick and cover it. So just kind of a funny break there on a puck that escaped the Blues at the blue line and looked like they were going to get a really good opportunity. Now the puck behind the net. Battle for it along the half boards. It's going to get out. No, it didn't get out. Puck is sent back in. That's going to be sent out. Not quite out. Number 14 keeps it in. Eaton now at the half boards. Gets it to Doherty. Doherty back to Hutton. Now Hutton's going to